What's going on? What's going on, people? This is the Warzone Gamer Podcast, episode 2. You know, it's a little bump in the road. It's Sunday. We tried to give it to you Thursday, but, some things popped up, personal things. But as long as we're here to give you your weekly podcast, that's what matters, right?
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Again, we on the live stream. I'm trying to figure out how can I cut off the audio from, what is it, Playroom? Because there's a certain music that comes up on there. So if the viewers can help me out, we could get that cut off. We can do a live Twitch stream. You viewing me on my camera, whatever. Well, you see me from your TV or wherever you're watching it from my PlayStation camera. So, again, we got to play this Never Alone. It's going to be on this blank screen right now because no audio comes out of here. Yeah, so that's
reminiscent of last week.
yeah. That's probably gonna be the new logo, right? Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But so we're trying to figure out some things. Yeah, so hopefully next week will be a little different. I had it all planned out. You had to see the setup I had for it. I'm pretty pissed off. I had a nice setup, but it didn't work out. Whatever. Anyway, Drama Center, what's going on with my road dog, Drama Center. You got Warzone Gamer here, Drama Center on the right. What's going on, Drama?
That's right, man. Just trying to bear through this heat that we've been having for the last few days.
In the rain right now, so if y'all hear some thunder, y'all know it's raining over here.
It's getting crazy, but we're just getting real amped up for this E3. What is it, like 2-3 weeks away already? Can't wait for this.
Pretty much. Pretty fucking much.
Do you want to tell them the big news, what we got in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we all know every year Sony does something special for the fans. If you can't make it to E3, they make their own. They basically bring E3 to you. So, they pretty much brought E3 to New York and other cities. You had to be very, very lucky to get a slot to be in this PlayStation. It's called PlayStation Experience, and I pretty much only had 4 hours of sleep because I stood up, trying to get this shit. But me and Drama Center, we got our tickets by luck, right, Drama?
Yes. I mean, I was at work refreshing the page real frantically, trying to refresh the button and didn't get through. And we was just lucky enough to get it. And right now, I just feel like this is a blessing.
The hell yeah!
It's like, we did attend many events back in the day, but something like this we've been trying for the last year
Yeah,
or so.
pretty much.
To actually get in and to be in the movie theaters with like a whole bunch of Sony fans and just sharing the same experience with these fans. It's gonna be
Definitely.
an incredible feeling, and that I can't wait for.
This is gonna be something spectacular. It's gonna be something big. Like, as soon as I got the OK email, it made me smile because it's like, finally we got up in here. So, there's a new app out right now. I don't know if you guys have it. It's called Periscope, made by the people from Twitter. You can basically live stream from your phone. So if you follow us on Periscope at Warzone Gamer on Twitter, not on Twitter, on Periscope, you can definitely, follow our live stream because I'm going to be live streaming from my phone for that day. What day is it? It's the 13th, right?
13th.
13th. So come June 13th, we'll be live streaming. I forgot to tell you. I forgot to tell you about the app
15th,
as well.
The 15th.
The 15th? The 15th?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
the 15th. Sorry about that. That day we'll have, I'll definitely, hopefully, because if I'm not working that day, I'll be definitely on Periscope. I'll be on Periscope live streaming the press conferences from the morning all the way to the afternoon. So even though you guys are going to be seeing it yourselves, but why not see it with me on Periscope? You could download the app on your phone. It's a dope ass app. I forgot to tell you about that, Drama Center.
Yeah. You got to put me on set. Right now I'm just lost.
Yeah. It's I could just explain to you. Same people made Twitter.
Cool.
It still has
cool,
the same the same features, follow and all that shit. And
All right.
yeah, it's pretty dope. Go download that. By the way, I know there's like technical difficulties at the moment. We're still, airing shit out. drama on your headset is gonna ask you if you want to auto shut down. When it asks you to
Right,
do
right.
that, you press power on the side, the power button. Just tap it once. I don't know. I don't know if it's
Uh,
asked you. No, I don't know if it asked you
yeah,
already.
yeah,
It asked you.
yeah. Asked me already. Yeah, yeah. Kept asking me a few times already,
So
but
did you press it on the side?
it actually shut off for a quick second, and I had to just restart the headset
Okay,
again.
so to avoid that, you just gotta press the button on the side of your
Okay.
headset, the power button. Just
All
tap
right.
it, and it'll shut that down. So I forgot to
All
explain
right.
that to
Cool.
you before the podcast. But getting back to this
All right.
podcast, we
All right.
really got off the boat real quick. But so anyway, we got our tickets. It told us we have to be there at 8. The doors open at 8. It said 8 or
It
9.
said I believe it opens at 8:15, but
But to be there at 7,
and
right? Some shit like that?
to be there, yeah, as early as you can because anybody who shows up after 8:15,
Yeah.
all those tickets are gonna go to the placeholders. So those people who weren't lucky enough to go in,
Uh,
the people that's on the waiting list, yeah, they're gonna have first access to that. So people, if you did
uh.
get your tickets, be there before 8:15.
Yeah, I'm going to be there hella early. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I will be streaming, like I said, on Periscope. We'll have more we'll have better information as time goes by. Follow us on the Instagram. Follow us because we'll have all the information on there. You know, as far as following us and being up to date on what we're doing, follow us on Instagram. Instagram is Warzone Gamer. Follow us, please. I'm telling you, you're gonna be glad you following us. You know, from there, you know, we E3 is just what 2 weeks away.
It's about 2 weeks away. About wait, June 16th. Yep, about 2.5 weeks away. And it's like the first time E3's been like what mid-month? Because normally it's like the first week of June,
Yes, June 7th,
right?
June 9th. Yeah, it's pretty late this year
Yeah.
around.
So
But there's a lot of rumors going around saying that people didn't buy into the tickets this year. It got to a point where they're actually raffling off 5,000 tickets to the community. Not raffling off. I think they opened it to the public. The first
oh
5,000
wow,
people. Yeah, because they saying
wow,
that this shit is not doing good at all. Like the sales, whatever. So
wow. Yeah, I can
yeah.
imagine. I mean, last year was pretty much a dud if you think about it, you know. But
Not only that, it's not. And there's no new hardware. I guess that doesn't gravitate. Because you remember, before, you know, when they first announced these consoles, a lot of people wanted to go to E3
right,
to see what the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One looked at like. So,
right.
you know,
But now it's just all about software and the deliverance
yeah, pretty much.
great games that's supposed to be coming out within the next year or so.
And speaking of delivering, what do you
Nice.
predict for, you know, Sony coming this E3?
Well, I mean, according to articles, they already stated that this expect no AAA titles to hit
Really?
stores for this holidays. Yeah, for this holiday season, expect no AAA titles to hit the holiday season, and they also announced pretty much the death of the Vita, but not what people think.
As far
They
as,
call the Vita right now. Yeah, they call it Vita right now the legacy system, but they're referring it to the OG Vita, which is 1000, the Vita Fat.
saying that they're never gonna make those again, type shit.
Right, right. So right now, for the right now, it's going to be the Slim, and if the rumors are true, the new introduction of the Vita 3000.
Which is the one that's been floating around with the two trigger buttons
Right.
up top.
With the
I mean,
trigger
it makes
buttons,
sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. I would give my Vita that I have now with my son, to my son, and get the new one. And I hope,
yeah.
you know what I mean? This is what one thing we always talked about. I hope they bring the storage on board, bigger storage on board, because those memory cards are too expensive. Too expensive.
Yeah, that's what it is, and they need to really open up. I mean, we talked about it in the last podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it? 64 gigs, about $40-$50. You know, you can
Not
find that for
even.
$20.
Hell no. It's like $80.
Yeah, that's too much.
That's
That is too much.
crazy. That's like the price of a
That is too
game and
much.
then some. It's too much.
Exactly.
Way too much, Sony. So, you know, if you're gonna fucking make cheaper hardware, just try to figure out a way to how to make those memory cards cheaper as well, because that's too expensive. I'm sorry. You
Yeah,
know.
because with the Vita, I mean, they pretty much fixed up everything that was wrong with the original Vita, and one of the biggest complaints was the plug. You know,
Yeah.
they had like a unique plug for the PS Vita 1000.
Yeah.
They actually made it universal, compatible with all the other
Yeah.
cell phone stuff
USB.
that we have in already. That was cool. That was cool. And that was
Yeah.
a big step forward. And somewhere down the line, they should have thought about, let's let's make, the Vita compatible with these standard micro USB. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
micro SD cards.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but I'm pretty sure that mistake is going to be fixed within the new Vita that's coming out.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. But keep the two analog sticks, of course we need those. Uh as far as the touchpad in the back, like I said in the last podcast, if you have to scrap it out to make the two buttons available up top, I would scrap out the back touchpad. I don't see any use for it
Right.
if you have the second button up top. Trigger buttons, of course.
And I really don't see any games that really utilize the touch thing in the back, with the exception of, like I think Uncharted or maybe the Kill Zones.
And this
But
game, Tearaway, they
and
really
Tearaway too.
Tearaway, you literally utilized every aspect of the Vita on that
Oh,
game.
cool.
Yeah, from the
See, man,
from the front cameras to the back cameras to the touchpad to the touchscreen, they utilized everything. As
so
this,
now
and
that we
speaking of that, that's actually coming to the PS4. They announced that last E3, but it still hasn't popped up. The game has not popped up.
there's so many games they announced, but yeah, they still haven't popped up yet. But speaking of the Vita,
Yeah,
do you think as far as first party titles, I know they pretty much said it's pretty much extinct.
yeah.
Do you think that's just like how do you say it, like a false call on Sony, like just to have us thinking a certain way, and then they're gonna come out and just start releasing a plethora of first-party games towards us?
I mean,
Or do you think that?
I would hope so, because why would you basically admit defeat to a console that you're trying to sell? You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And then on top of that, you're trying to. I mean, from what rumors are talking about, the whole Vita 3000. Why even come out with that if you're just saying, yeah? Why? Yeah, exactly. Why would you even release any other portable hardware if you're basically saying, we're done with that? So for that, stop production right now. That's what I see it.
I call it bullshit. I think they do have a lineup of games coming out
Yeah,
eventually,
yeah,
and the Vita's like a very special handheld. Like we talked about it last week, and
yeah,
how powerful the system is and what ways it could go with it. And I understand that not too many people want that AAA titles on the go,
yeah,
but in this handheld, in this world right now, like pretty much anything's on the go. Cell phones,
yeah, yeah.
handhelds, and all that stuff. But maybe they do have ways to actually make a light version of, like, I don't know, like a GTA, or a light version of God of War, continuing on, or whatever the case, or even a light version of Last of Us, maybe, story, what I mean,
Yeah,
continuation to the story, yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
to
yeah.
Last, instead of making it DLC for the PS4, why not have it exclusively towards the Vita?
But let's backpedal a little bit. What if this E3 is all about the Vita? Because why? Now that I even think about it, there's so much talk about around the Vita right now, and them saying, "Oh yeah, AAA titles won't be coming out until next year." What if this is the year for the Vita? What if this is Sony's way of saying, we're pretty much successful with the PS4. We don't have to push that. It's selling on its own. Now it's time to push this Vita. What if that's the selling point Sony has as far as pushing the Vita?
Yeah,
Brand new console, two triggers on top, and a shitload of games. What if that's the case? That'd be insane.
I will, and I'm pretty sure, like, with how much investment they have within the Vita, so for them to just let it go like that, I don't think it's gonna be possible. I think
You
they do have
can't.
something up their sleeve.
You
I
can't.
think they have something up their sleeve. Yeah, they're
It's
gonna make a
amazing.
sleeve, and
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, like you say, it is an amazing piece of hardware,
Yeah.
and for them to just give up and everything, unlike the PSTV, they could easily disregard that at a loss, and I'm pretty sure it's not gonna make a dent in their financial business.
Nah.
But the Vita, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna give it up that easily.
And if this is,
Last year was
yeah.
yeah, last year was the introduction of how you say that, the play, I just lost my wording right now. Not the
Share
share play,
play?
the
No, you
remote play,
saw remote play.
Yeah, last year. I mean, nobody was talking about remote play before. I mean, this was a year of remote play for the Vita. Like everybody was talking about it.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know, who
yeah.
knows? This could be a different year. First year was the indies. This year was the remote play. Last year was the remote play. This year might be the third party titles. You never know.
And you know, we had soft versions of Call of Duty come to it. You know,
Mm,
what if you know what if it is true what they're saying as far as rumors going? Because we all knew it was going to come to an end with Microsoft losing the time exclusives for Call of Duty. What if you know Sony does pick up the promotions and the whole get the DLC here first? Even though
right.
for me personally, Call of Duty is a dying franchise. Um,
Hmm.
of course, it sells a shitload, but after the first month of whatever it is, it for me it dies out. But anyway, not to spin off the topic. What if that time exclusive was the reason why Activision didn't really make its own Vita version of Call of Duty? Because that Vita version that we did get, that wasn't even Activision who made it. It was the same people who made this shit. What's the name of that shit? Oh
Which
man,
one?
was it Resistance? Yeah, Resistance.
Oh,
You know what
was it
I'm talking about?
something? Yeah. I know the studio. It's not coming to my head, but I know
It's
it's
a
something.
Resistance game. It was that Resistance game.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's the same people who made that shit. They basically used the same engines, used the same physics, and just slapped Call of Duty skin on top of
Call
it.
of Duty.
So
Which
yeah,
which was what very well poorly received too as well. It's just like a lot of people they didn't really like it or whatnot. But
yeah,
now that we on the Call of Duty and Vita news, there was a rumor that I read online that
yeah,
Call of Duty Zombies might be making its way towards the Vita
which would be
with
insane.
yeah,
Which would be
and
insane.
yeah, why not take one of the best elements of Call of Duty right now and put it on the go?
Yep,
That'd be insane. That would
that'd
be
be
insane.
that'd be sick. And it's like it makes you think like you know are they gonna take it to that next level with the Vita? I mean, like I said to you before, what if this is the year that Sony says, this thing, the PS4 is selling on its own. Now it's time to push this. Is it too late? Maybe, but this is Sony. This is Sony, and they take chances doing doing what they do best, and that's taking chances. And this is probably phase two of pushing out the PS Vita. And if this doesn't work this time, Sony leave the handheld gaming
Yeah.
to Nintendo and stick to put your money into first party studios and developing big games. Uh,
Hmm.
Speaking of first party studios, the people that make Killzone, what's their name again? I forget. I'm so all over the place right now. What's their name again? Gorilla. Is it Gorilla?
Gorilla, yeah.
Yeah.
Gorilla Games. Yep.
So they've talked about putting Killzone on hold for a while and working on a new IP. And I think earlier this year we had screenshots of that new IP. Will we see this at E3?
That's a definite. That's a definite. That's a definite. I mean, if it does have a realistically um, release date, like within the next year or two,
Yeah.
then I'm pretty sure we are going to see this at this E3 or whatnot. But even if we don't, I think now would be the best time for them to actually sell.
Mm-hmm.
Start talking about this next, because this is a new IP, and a lot of people tend to shy away from new IPs nowadays. So
Mm-hmm.
for them to actually expose this at E3, I think that'd be the most smartest thing they do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that'd be dope. That would definitely be dope. And you know, I think this is something good because we all know that Guerrilla Games, that's all they've made that I've known that is Killzone. And usually
Mhm.
studios that get a chance to do something different with their product, well, different with their talent, that it tends to outshine whatever they made in the past. And sometimes companies need that refresh button.
Yeah,
Look at Naughty Dog for instance, how they started off and to where they're at now. You know what I mean? Like it's not.
Naughty Dog.
They left the kiddie games alone. They started making adult games, and look at how that turned out for them.
Yeah, they went with the times. They went. I like how they just kept for the first time. This is the first time like Naughty Dog actually continue on beyond the
Yeah,
trilogy to
yeah,
PS4 with the Uncharted 4 coming out. But
yeah,
I like what they did. They're not afraid to take different. steps and different approaches towards gaming. They're not afraid to take risks.
Yep, yep.
And speaking of Uncharted 4, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a long 10-minute gameplay of Uncharted 4 for this E3.
You think they'll do that again? Because remember that
I think so.
PlayStation. Remember that shit they did last year? What was the name of that shit? That PlayStation.
What was it? The Experience? Something was.
Was it the Experience?
They had, yeah, the shit they had in December, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They gave out a yeah, yeah. I think it was the Experience, if I'm not mistaken, though. But yeah, they did. They did show off gameplay and everything, but I guess not too many people were impressed.
I mean, it was real early. It was very early.
Yeah.
And they weren't scared to show you that it was real early because there was a good. Remember that big ass glitch that happened in between it? That glitch was hilarious.
Wait, hold on. Now, speaking of glitches, we just gotta throw it back just one time. Just I know it's gonna be off topic, but remember that SOCOM 3 glitch that you had sent me a
Yeah.
while back?
Yeah,
The boat?
niggas over here riding around, but his hands is held up like he's holding a
Yeah,
gun
no,
and ain't shit in his hands.
I was goofy too, but no, I believe they're gonna show off more things with Uncharted 4. I was actually impressed with the one they showed back in December, like especially the scale of it.
Yeah.
When he was hanging off the cliff and he was like looking around and he could actually shoot them. That was crazy. That was insane.
And what's up now with all these games that you know, now it's like the year of the grappling hook. You know, it's a lot of these games that's coming out with the grappling hook, and it's like, you know, Uncharted, to my understanding, you know, was the game
gonna
from
happen.
this generation that's having, you know, the grappling hook. So it's like, it makes you think like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, hey, you know, that's what it is. Everybody wants to be Batman. That's what it is.
oh man.
Grappling
But
hooks are all over. Yeah, because Assassin's Creed had it. Yeah, the new Assassin's Creed, they matter of fact, they're gonna have a grappling hook on that.
look, Assassin's gonna have it. I think Call of Duty's gonna have it. So it's pretty much a lot of games that's gonna come off the rip and throw the grappling hook and invest into the grappling hook. But you know, as far as that segment that you're talking about with Naughty Dog, I could see them coming on stage showing you some more gameplay of Uncharted 4, and then pretty much announcing, oh, and just to let you guys know, we are making the HD remake of Uncharted 1.
Oh yeah.
No,
Oh, yeah.
let's not even talk about 1. 'Cause I doubt they're gonna put 1 on there. But if they do, I'll be surprised. I could see them making a 2 and 3. Not saying that there's anything wrong with Part 1, but you know, nobody really cares about Part 1, so why waste
Yeah,
your
yeah.
time?
And compared to the other two, it's like it's crazy. And right now, just trying to think like these games were graphically beautiful for its time. You know, like how much better can they make it? You know,
Yeah.
it's just like I could also. Do you think they're gonna have like a secret title underneath the belt? Because you know a lot of people are hinting towards like The Last of Us 2 coming out. But
I don't know if they would probably. I don't think they'll show that right now. Tell you the truth,
yeah,
I don't think they'll show that right now. It's too early. It's way too early.
I do remember one time there was a rumor that they're working on a space game, kind of like Mass Effect.
Really? But
Yeah,
what if
and
that
this was
space
like
game?
maybe
But let's say, what if that space game is Uncharted and they just take it to another level on traveling? They did snow. They done rain. They done you know, desert. What
yeah,
else can you do?
he went through jungles, desert, rain. Yeah, he went through cities,
You
old
know what I mean?
cities,
Exactly.
virtual cities. Yeah, I mean, what more can Drake do? Oh yeah, send his ass to outer space, man.
And mind you, he's getting old. You've seen his face already
Yeah,
in the game. So if he, mind you, they showed him. So imagine how old Sully must look.
man. I feel like every time like you boot up an Uncharted game, he always says the same thing. All right, one more time.
Well,
Right?
yeah, one last time. And it's funny that we talk about it. I just want to, you know, after this podcast is over, I might just go back in time and look at some old Uncharted footage because, like, who wouldn't want to go back to? Listen, I would love to see an HD remake of Uncharted coming to the PS4. I would play that shit, stream it, because remember, this is the day and age of streaming. So if I could sit here and stream it, man, I'll be on that shit all day, all day, all day.
It's coming. It's coming. I'm pretty sure all three parts are going to be released on disc or individually. However they do it, it's going to come. And it's gonna cater not only to us, like the hardcore Uncharted fans, but open up a whole new view to those who never played Uncharted before. Like this is one of the best action adventure games out there. It kind of reminds me of like those old school like 90 action films, like nonsensical, like action all over the place. It's
Hell yeah.
crazy, man. It's insane, man. I
Yeah,
love that game
I
so much.
can't wait. That game no, that game is excellent. And it's like, I can sit here and subscribe to PlayStation Now for 7 days and play it, but I don't want to experience like that. I want to experience the HD version. The same way I'm going out, what is it, July 20th to get that God of War 3?
Yes.
I'm getting that. That's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
I mean, and hands down, the best God of War game ever created. Period, man.
Oh yeah, that's top notch right there. Definitely is.
Yeah, and especially we was blown the fuck away once we saw the graphics on the PS3.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially that opening scene when he was on one of the Titans and he tried to crush him and you see the Leviathan coming out. Oh man, like imagine that shit in 1080p HD. Oh, yeah, I'm getting too excited right now.
Yeah, but check this out. Let's check this out because we staying on the same topic of the E3 press conference for Sony. A lot of these journalists, they sit here and they keep questioning what is Sony gonna have for what are they gonna have for E3, and it's like people seem to forget what David Jaffe was making. Remember what he came out with last year at E3?
Yes.
Why don't they talk? They always talk about Uncharted and like if Sony is just they just have Uncharted. They never know how to make real games. And I'm glad if you people seen Bonus Round, I'm glad that guy shut him down on saying,
Yep.
oh, this is what made Sony PS3 the momentum better was the games. If anything, they flipped it on Jeff Keighley because he said, since Microsoft is so way behind, that's all they have to do is try to gather up and grab the people for games. And it's like you're trying to push Tomb Raider as this Uncharted killer, and it's like it's not even their game. Like part 1 was on the PS1 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're not doing nothing.
When you think of PlayStation early on, like from 95, 96,
Yeah.
it was like one of the key characters. She was like one of the key characters on the PlayStation. So it was basically built on a PlayStation brand.
Pretty much.
Just expanded out. Yeah, it went through all these different consoles and everything. But in the end, it's all gonna come back around because it's only a time exclusive. They're gonna have that.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt sigh of relief too. Like, oh yes, because I do want to play the next Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider was phenomenal. The reboot.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. So I'm very happy it's gonna be a time exclusive. I'm pretty sure it's not even gonna be that long before it comes out on the PS4.
Yeah.
And, that when we save it for the other show, that's another complaint we're gonna have for them because, Sony does have that's something that they've been known for all these years, like having good first party titles.
Pretty much.
And they might not have it now much, but like when they do release it, they do deliver for the most part.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
And you do gain a different experience every time you play one of Sony first party titles.
And it's like that was for instance, if people need a rain check on if Sony's gonna bring anything to the table, if they're gonna show any new IPs. If you look at Infamous, or if you look at Sackboy, what's the name of that shit again? Little Big Planet, Infamous. Those were all new IPs that dropped on the PS3. So it's like, and the list goes on. You know what I mean? You don't even gotta stop there.
You even got spin-offs of new IPs with the Mod Nation Racer, which was a spin-off of basically Little Big Planet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you have that. You have the Heavy Rains that came out. That was just like, wow, blown away and all that stuff. Even IPs they haven't even touched since 2007. Like Heavenly Sword.
Look at that. What if that makes a comeback?
Dude, man, I'll be so hyped, man.
You understand what I'm saying?
I'll be so hyped.
That's what people seem to forget. People seem to forget that. Like you played Heavenly Sword. You know what I mean? I never got to play it, but I know it was a special game. But it was just like people forget that. And like I said, I hate to sound like a fanboy, but it's just when you watch the shit people put out on the internet, it bothers you because like Stop acting like you don't know that Sony's about that life. You know what I'm saying? Like, they make new IPs. It's Microsoft that hasn't proved them themselves. Because if you look at when they talk about Microsoft, they talk about, oh, well, they have Halo, and now they have Tomb Raider and Forza. What is different? What is new? You know what I
Nothing
mean?
new.
What about last year? They talked so much shit about Rise, Son of Rome, Sunset Overdrive, about it being killer IPs and all that. But why Sony maintained the lead and outsold them? You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's stupid shit like that makes you think, like, what the fuck are they thinking? Like, are you being paid to talk good about this console? Like, there's more shit that I'd rather play on the Nintendo Wii U that I wouldn't even. I mean, that I wouldn't even fucking. I'll pick up a Wii U before I pick up a fucking Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's, like case in point, Sunset Overdrive, which was, like it was a big hit for last E3 and everything. And I understand because of, it was original, something different.
and it's $20 right now. That's the crazy part. So, no, seriously, in Best Buy, the weekly ad they got right now, the game Sunset Overdrive is $20.
I'm not, I'm not surprised. You know why? Because it never sold. Like
It never
they tried to sell it
sold.
like it was this game of the year, but it didn't. It didn't sell. Whatever the case is, and it's funny. It came out on the same week as I think Bayonetta 2 came out. And that really took over the spotlight for Sunset Overdrive. And there's certain websites out there that try to keep it relevant, like like that was the go-to game, that was a system seller, and you had to play this. This is one of the top games you have to play in your life before you die and everything. But you look at the game, yeah, it looks kind of fun, but it doesn't look something like that I will play for more than 2 hours.
But that's what I'm trying to say. It'll be one of those games that you just play out for a little while and it's like, okay, fun. You know what I mean? And it's like, what AAA game that they talk so highly about turns to $20 within what, 7 months?
Yeah, let's let you figure. It came out October, March, April, May, June, about 8 months.
What game and let's go back to Call of Duty from last year. This shit is still $40. The Call of Duty before that is still $40. What makes you think that that this game is that special? Any game that's special don't drop in price. Shit, you could go and try to look for Battlefield what is it? 4? And it's just still $40. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it makes you say like, did this game really sell that well? Because any game that doesn't sell well, they drop it to that price is because they try to make some money back.
It's quick.
You know what I mean?
It's not even that game. There was a few Microsoft titles.
Dead Rising.
Dropped down. Yeah, Dead Rising. There was one that I was even Titanfall. They actually dropped down to like $10. Saw on Best Buy not so long ago.
That was another IP that they hyped up for it being special, and it didn't even turn out to be that. So it's like, come on now.
I was like, $10 for a next gen title. They still like $30 previous gen titles. I mean, they're actually selling for a higher price than what you can find for Titanfall. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It just shows like they just really hyped it up. And again, for those who have played Sunset Overdrive, I'm pretty sure you guys are having a good time playing it. By all means, I'm just stating the fact that there are certain websites out there that try to push it like this was the pivotal game of the year, that it couldn't be fucked with, it couldn't be touched.
Yeah.
And they still, to this day, they still highly praise it, and I just feel like that's a little money that these guys are paying them to actually try to sell the system.
Of course.
I'm sorry, I mean, I can't call it. There's no other way to call it. There's nothing revolutionary. Seeing the game, looking at it, there's nothing revolutionary about the game.
Nothing at all. Those games that did it before them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. My whole thing is I get, irritated because I feel like if we're gonna sit here and talk about, who's got the IPs, we all know who has that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for you to try to sell it and say, this company's gonna outshine Sony when it comes to IPs, like, why? Because they'll put up that top dollar. Like, the nerve of the motherfuckers even just throwing out saying, oh, because Minecraft will probably pop up. Why? Because they bought them for $1 billion, my nigga.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Minecraft. Let's be real. With games like that, like Minecraft is hot. It's big. It's a hot property right now.
I own it. I know it's a dope game, but the fact that you want to say it's gonna be a system seller, like,
no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
If anything, I think so. I think Microsoft is gonna take some losses with buying that IP. It was a fad. It was something that just passed through. Like, okay, it was good for a little while, but are
But
people
that's what
playing
it
it right
is.
now? I stopped playing it.
That's what it is. Nobody's gonna continue playing that. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna, like you said, it's just a fad. You know, it's just a fad. People are gonna like it now, and then tomorrow's just gonna be the next big thing to come on. But to invest so much money into this property, that was
Mm-hmm.
the biggest mistake. You know, and they did this mistake before. It's just like, are you gonna learn from it?
And
When are
they
you gonna learn
won't.
from it?
They won't.
You
And
know?
that's the thing, though. Is like, this is what Microsoft needs to put in their head. Just because you got a lot of money, it's like that rich kid in school. Just because you got a lot of money doesn't mean everybody's gonna like you. You understand what I'm saying? So just because you got a lot of money, you think you're gonna buy off these developers to make shit for your console? It doesn't work that way, man. Like, do it how
I
every other
know.
company has done it. Come out with your IP. Stop wasting money on other shit. Open up talent. There's a bunch of talented kids out there. Even those indie kids. I know they wish they had more money to make a AAA IP, but what they doing? They're making indie games. Pull out the
Yeah.
money. Pull out studios. Gather up all those
Yeah.
motherfuckers with minds and get this shit done with. You
And let's
know?
be honest. Let's be honest. You know, for those naysayers out there that are saying like, Sony only has like 2 and 3 IPs coming out per year.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. You know why?
You don't want to flood the
Because
market.
yeah, that's why the flood. The market is divided between two types of people. They're the young kids who are playing the game that they probably could only afford one game throughout the whole year anyway. You know,
Uh-huh.
so they got a choice of 3 IPs for them to select from. Then you
Yep.
got the grown folks like us that we do play games, but we don't play them as much as they can. But you don't want to overflood the market either.
You don't.
So it's just like, I'd be good if they release Uncharted 4 and another original Sony IP this year, and that would have been it. I would have
But
been great
that's
with that.
but that's how you appreciate what's being made. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe
Exactly.
that's the reason why a lot of these IPs haven't blown up for Microsoft, because not only them being greedy, but why would you release a new IP alongside another IP that you're pushing on your console? What game did
Right.
that shit? I forgot what game did that shit. Where they released, wasn't it Titanfall? They released that shit the same week. There was
Yep.
another IP that was coming out of theirs. It's
It
like,
was.
why would you have two games come out the same month? Shit didn't make no sense.
Yeah. There was damn, I forgot which one was it. I think it was, if it wasn't Titanfall. Yeah, it must have been Titanfall.
It
They
was a
had
few
another
titles they
IP,
done that with from the 360 days as well.
and
You
it's like,
know?
why would you basically release 2 IPs at one time? Spread them across. There's no reason to you to be greedy and just release them at one time. You're
Yeah.
not gonna make the money. They did a mistake. When was it? On the 360
Yeah.
with Alan Wake, because Alan Wake's an incredible game. I love that
Awesome
game. You
game.
already know what yeah.
Awesome game.
I love that game. Love that game. But they released that, I think, on the same week as Mario Galaxy 2 and Red Dead Redemption, so it pretty much got obliterated.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Pretty
nobody
much.
really knew too much about it. And what did Remedy Studio said? They said that they were pleading with Microsoft to actually release the game a little bit later, like I think like a month or two later.
Yeah.
And Microsoft already had it said. They said no, we're gonna release it on this day. You
Like,
know?
who would want to work with a company like that? And they'll be stupid if they go back and work with them again. You know what I'm saying?
And ever since then, has there been another Remedy game on the Microsoft Studio? No, absolutely
I
not.
haven't seen another Remedy game at all.
No, the only ones they got was probably like I think Max Payne.
That came
You know what I mean?
afterwards
Which
or
was
before?
I think that came out after. No, it came out after.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out after and all that stuff.
So
But
wasn't that Rockstar? That wasn't Remedy. Remedy wasn't working with Rockstar then. Remedy broke out.
Remedy. You're right. You're right about that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They broke
yeah.
out for that. So yeah, they haven't released nothing because I think they were obligated to do DLC,
Uh huh.
and they did
And the
release
DLC did come out. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they did release a DLC and all that stuff, and I think within the DLC, they wanted to continue on with the storyline. Like they left it kind of open,
Yeah.
but they never went back for it. Because I mean, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Why would you want to work with a company like that that's gonna
Yeah.
try to rush out your product and basically put you on the shit list? And look
Pretty
at that. I
much.
mean, it is a phenomenal game. Yeah.
Pretty
So
much.
why they didn't continue on with that? Why we not see a next gen version of Alan Wake? You know, people they're all about the money, man.
You know, but regardless, E3 is coming up. And I do want to see what definitely pops up. There's still questions that need to be answered. We all know Uncharted is going to be there. We all know that these studios are gonna be there, but it's all about that next leap, and I feel like all three companies got to make that next leap, you know.
Yeah.
And us as gamers, we're gonna sit back and wait and see what happens, because at this point, you know, we could talk about so much, but the answers will be, our questions will be answered come June 15th or whatever fucking day it is. You
And I'll
know,
tell you this much: for those people out there saying that there's going to be a price drop on the PS4, it's not happening.
you don't think
Not
so?
happening. I don't think so. I mean, they're right now they're selling real comfortably, and for
Yeah,
them to do a price drop, like, it's not really. I mean, they
it's
have
not a
time to grow,
desperation
and
call, right?
yeah, it's not. It's not. And let these motherfuckers sell for like 1 month or whatnot. Like,
Even
I
if
think they
they
had a
sell for
month.
6 months straight, but if the numbers are close, you think Sony's worried about that? Like, you know,
Nah,
as long as they're making their money, because if they can make extra bread, because let's all remember, they lost a shitload of money with that PS3. So if they can
yeah.
make half of that shit back within the next 2 years with this PlayStation 4, and then cut the price and just chill, why not? You know, why not? And
Even,
you know, them
I
being
believe
that,
even if it is,
yeah,
I think it's gonna be like a slight price drop,
$25.
slightly, probably at 20, 25, the
Yeah,
most.
yeah, I can
I
see
don't see
that.
it. Yeah. I don't see it going on 349. Doesn't make no sense.
You know, and maybe that month, and now that I think about it, the month that Microsoft outsold them was because they had released this limited edition bundle with Halo, a white console. They only made like 1 million copies. The shit sold out, and it happened to be that month that they outsold Sony. And it's crazy because they restocked with the same shit again, and now they're advertising this shit again. Oh, white console bundle
Wow.
with Halo. So yeah, you
Which
know.
one? What is it? The collection, the Halo
The
collection.
Halo Master Chief Collection, yeah. If you go right now, if you go to BestBuy.com, it shows the bundle that they have is a white console. So people going crazy. Oh shit, a white console? Yeah, I'm gonna go get that for $350. Say people, it's a
I think I said
fucking white console. What the fuck?
I think I said it best last week. Those are just the leftovers from Sunset Overdrive. They're like, damn, we got too
Yeah.
much. This shit is flooding the warehouse. Yeah, let's put some fucking Halo on that shit, man.
Yeah, let's put this Halo. It's not a hard copy. Let's just print it. And if you people want a free copy of Halo, I'm gonna give you a free copy right now. Get $350. Go to Best Buy, purchase yourself a little bundle, get the code, return it, get your money back, and you stay with a free copy of Halo. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. This shit stays in your account.
Is it?
It stays in your account because remember I got that bundle.
Right.
So, you know, I went to my cousin's house. She has a Xbox One now, so I installed my account on her Xbox One, and I looked through my history, and there goes Halo Master Chief Collection. I was like, oh shit, this shit is still here, bro. Yeah.
My God. Look at that.
So
Yeah,
if you
so
want a
for
free
those,
copy of a game, you want to go buy yourself the console. They give you all your money back. You just gotta bring it back within 14 days. Go redeem the code. Boom, free game.
really, you sure it's not? You sure the Halo's packed inside the Xbox One, or
No,
is
it
it
comes
just
as
in
a
the Sunset
paper.
Overdrive box? Okay.
Yeah, it comes with a redeemable code inside the system.
I wonder if they
So
use the same Sunset Overdrive box on it. They probably still got the same artwork.
this
They try to
nigga.
like scratch it over.
No, but they didn't have artwork. It was just a regular white console. It was
Oh,
just a
for
regular
real?
white. Yeah, it's a regular white console. And if I know we supposed to be talking about Sony on this E3 shit, but Microsoft is actually coming out with a Xbox One controller, and guess what it has in the bottom, ladies and gentlemen?
What is it?
The same thing the PS4 controller has in the bottom, a headphone jack.
I've heard. What?
Yes, they got rid of the
Wait.
fucking. What happened?
They never had a headphone jack to begin with, or?
No, they had like the shit that they have for the 360, that special slot.
Oh,
Yeah,
niggas still had that.
yeah. So they coming out with a controller now
Oh
that it
shit.
has the headphone jack, but you know, you add the headphone jack, but you don't put one thing and has rechargeable batteries inside the controller. Come on,
Wow.
Microsoft,
Wow.
because they still trying to get
God.
you for that money. Oh, we're gonna have to sell them battery packs.
My
Or
thing is like how you working backwards though. I just
I don't
don't understand
understand.
that logic. Like,
I don't understand. They talk so much
This
shit
is
about
day and age.
Sony's controllers, but it's the same shit with
These
Microsoft.
controllers, these controllers are good. I mean, you can put any
Headset.
headphones that's
Yeah.
headsets. Yeah, you can put you can even put the beats on this. Like anything that
Uh-huh.
has like a microphone headset, boom, put it on and you'll be set to go.
Like for instance, last week's podcast when we did the podcast, we figured out that your headset was coming out low because it was being wireless. It was wireless communication to the PS4. And remember, I told you throwing the headset to the bottom of the controller, that wire to your headset, and you see how loud and clear you sound now. So if you people that are gonna watch this later on, you're gonna notice a difference with Drama Setter. You can finally hear them. Thank God.
It sound
Ah.
like yeah, it sound a shit ton better than it did last week, man. Last week it just seemed like a one-man podcast.
Yeah. It's all right. We got the technical shit out the way. Hopefully your wire doesn't snap because you got like the worst luck in the world.
I know.
Fucking
Yeah, I was trying to find this wire, man. It took me like a whole week to try to find it, but
hell
I did
yeah.
find it, and I'm happy with it or whatever case. I was about to order one from Amazon,
Yeah.
but yeah, I was lucky enough to find it or whatever the case is. Or I could have used the Beats.
I don't think it works. I tried it with the Beats wire. It doesn't work for me for some reason.
Oh, it doesn't work. All right.
Nah,
All right.
nah.
Well, hey, screw it. We got it.
Hell yeah. But you see what's cool about our podcast? We can talk about games and then spin it off and talk about some other crazy shit. But that's pretty much the the E3 press conference for Sony at this point. I haven't really read into it because I'm trying to stay away from the internet. To be honest with you guys, I don't really know what's going on. If anything, Drama Center is the one who's been updating me with information because personally, I've been trying to stay away from it because I want to be shocked this year for some
Yeah.
reason because I feel like every year that goes by, you know what you're getting into. Like the whole Street Fighter thing. Remember that partnership? Oh yeah,
Yeah, well,
there's supposed to be Street Fighter coming out, and they try to spin it off. They try to show us, no, it's the old Street Fighter, and they actually showed the old Street Fighter, and they said, oh, but wait, there's a new one coming out too. Ah, we knew it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like,
yeah. Which was pretty cool and everything. I mean, that's another thing. They still got to patch up the Street Fighter 4 that came out for the PS4.
yeah, I heard there's a lot of problems with that shit.
Yeah, which is uncalled for because this game been out since 2008. So
No, it's $24.
it's $25 and everything. I haven't bought it yet. I'm just waiting for them to release the patch. So
Yeah.
once I release the patch, we could do like a share play and stuff, and we could just fuck around with it. Do a
Yeah.
live stream from it.
Yeah, hell yeah. They were saying that.
Can we do it?
Well, we could do what we're doing as far as right now. That you could be streaming and I'll fucking be watching and talking at the same time. But we should definitely do Let's Plays because, even if it's a half an hour out the day, an hour out the day, we could do Let's Plays of every game and talk as I'm playing and keeping. We're gonna make it interesting. I'm telling you, we're gonna try to figure out something. Even if the audio of the game comes out in the background, we'll still have drama talking. Not to leave it dead, because if I'm doing Let's Plays by myself, it kind of gets dead because I don't talk as much. But if you got somebody talking and I'm playing, I could communicate with the dude at the same time. I'm trying different things, and Twitch is the future of of what we're doing right now. We took some years off. We took plenty of years off, and the shit I
changed.
yeah, and the shit I dreamt about before when I was doing websites and podcasts and all that shit is so convenient now. And it's like, I'm trying to find the loops around this shit.
I mean, the whole landscape changed though, but it's so much easier now. Like things that we needed, like 50 things to be activated in order for us to actually make a voice come out, we could do it with a snap of our fingers.
Pretty
That's the good
much.
shit about it.
Pretty much.
But no, I mean, like I said, we could try doing something different. The Let's Plays. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get the God of War. Come
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's up. Later on this month, I'm getting that Batman game, so I could do something with that. I mean, it doesn't stop after E3, guys. It's gonna continue on.
Yeah. We're gonna try to set, hopefully, God willing, we're gonna try to set a schedule. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we can set a schedule, let's say if it's Tuesdays is Let's Plays and then Thursdays podcast, or Mondays Let's Plays and Thursdays podcast. We'll figure it out from there. But I definitely want to have a set schedule because the more there's a set schedule, the more you guys remember. It's like, if you was a Dragon Ball Z fan back in the days, every Sunday Dragon Ball Z was going to be on. So, I want to be your Dragon Ball Z.
That was the worst. That was the word. It was like what 300 episodes for that one season, and then
Yeah.
once they go and once he's about to fight Vegeta, they restart the whole thing. You have to start. And
Yeah.
this
I'm
is
like, did y'all
guys,
not pay for
guys,
the whole shit? The fuck?
yeah, guys. This is before the whole tsunami era. I mean, we talk about Channel 11, Saturday morning. Maybe there's like what mid 90s, like 95, 96.
Pretty much.
Like yeah, every single Sunday at I think it was 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. Like they used to show Dragon Ball Z, and they would show it once a week. So it's not like Tsunami. Tsunami would show like what, maybe 2 episodes a day or whatever. But
I don't even know what the
it's
fuck
like
you talking about. What is a tsunami?
Tsunami that remember that they showed it on Cartoon Network?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. And they used to show it like what, a couple episodes every day for like 4 days a week.
Pretty
But
much.
back in the day, it used to be like one episode
Yeah,
per
torture.
week on
Like
a Sunday. Yeah, and it was torture.
it'll be like this
You know,
this
and-
day you have what's his name, Goku powering up but yelling, and that'll be the end of the episode. And then the next
Yeah.
following week he'll be yelling for another 10 minutes. Then he'll fight for a little while and he'll be like, I'm losing. And next week on Dragon Ball Z, he's like, the fuck? What are you doing? Show the whole shit though.
I
Damn.
used to hate the filler episode when he used to show him training and running on that stupid fucking cloud and shit.
Oh God, yeah.
Like, you're this close to fighting Frieza, man. What the fuck you doing up there running in the clouds, man? Like,
Yeah, that shit was
it's
crazy.
done. The training's done. I used to hate it, but it was fun. Those were fun days and everything. And
Very fun. And it's fun.
speaking
And
of
it's,
which,
yeah, what you saying?
yeah, we could definitely have a big Dragon Ball Z talk with you people. But we open to any ideas. So if you guys out there are listening, what we could do right, what we could do wrong. I don't know, man. Any feedback is good. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Feedback or whatever.
You don't have
we always,
you don't have you don't have a Twitch account on your PS4 yet, right?
I made a Twitch account, but I don't have it activated on my PS4 yet.
What I can do is, being that we're basically doing this podcast on this account right here, what I can do is, well, off the scene, I'll give you the email, the password. So when you're doing Let's Plays, it'll be streaming for your shit, but it'll be for this channel. And
Perfect.
yeah, so
Perfect.
behind the scenes
I could do
shit.
that way anything, right? Yeah.
Yeah, once you press that share button, it's basically you're on, like we're on right now.
Nice.
Fucks. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Fuck Jeff Keighley. I can't stand that man. I swear to God, I can't stand him. He is such a douche. Dude, Dorito head ass nigga. I remember I met his dumb ass when the Halo 3 launched in Manhattan. He was just standing there with his big ass head, all pale in the face. Then you had Adam Sessler all coked up in the corner somewhere, and Jeff Keighley talking shit about him. Yeah, I'm blowing you up, Jeff. Yeah, I'm telling Adam what you said. You say he's a cokehead, and he looked like he was snorted up anyway.
Jeff Keighley, every time he sits on the bonus round chair, like that shit probably smell like mad fart and shit. You get all nervous whenever they talk shit about Microsoft.
Yo, you can tell when they don't like. Look. This is a tip for you guys out there. Whoever watches bonus round, whenever he has a question or something that he dislikes, always look at him twiddling his fingers. Like if he's pissed off, always peep that shit. You're gonna see he's a fucking loser, douchebag ass nigga. I should have punched him in his face when I had the chance.
This dude always twiddles his fingers. He's always like when once you're uncomfortable, like sitting down in a seat, like you start moving around, like you start lifting yourself up, like
Yeah.
like kind of twitching his lip like Beavis from Beavis and Butthead, like
Yeah. Like when you guys get a chance, just watch bonus round from last week and this week. You'll see what the fuck we're talking about. He is so. You had to see him for the fucking Sony the debate that they had from last week. He was trying to bash Sony's Vita, the Move, and all that shit. But for this week, the video you sent me this morning, I was dying. This dude's over here like, so what can Microsoft do to win again? Shut your punk ass up, nigga.
I like how the other guy just shut him down though, like
Shut him down.
trying to make it look like he tried to turn this all around. It's just like if you're speaking about, I mean the topic was E3, Microsoft, predictions.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, he could have easily just said, oh well, last year Microsoft didn't have enough games. This year they're going to show up more games for holiday season. No, but he had to throw Sony underneath the bus too. He said both systems didn't have nothing
Yeah,
lined up for
yeah,
last
yeah.
year. It's like, was that really necessary?
But
Like,
in all honesty, Sony didn't really bring anything to the table, and it's like
they didn't.
when your system is selling, why even bring out anything? That's what I see it. If it's really selling, let the shit sell on its own. All
Yeah,
these is that the customers are smarter now. We all know that whatever Microsoft brings to the table, it's gonna be on both platforms. So at the end of the day, if this shit don't say exclusive to Microsoft, it's coming for both consoles.
exactly.
And Sony feels the same way. Oh, people already know that it's gonna come out for both consoles. We're not stupid anymore. You know?
No, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. But I love. It's funny because even though it's not exclusive for Sony, there's a lot of these third-party games that seem like it's only coming out for Sony. Like
Yeah.
Destiny was one example. This new Batman game, for whatever reason, I just feel like it's only coming out for PlayStation. Like PlayStation's getting exclusive content just for them.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just like I like how they push it. And they did the same thing with like Assassin's Creed and stuff like that. Like Sony always gets like exclusive content.
Oh, let's not talk. Did you notice that with the bonus round when Jeff Keighley said that? Oh, because Assassins has been pretty much a staple for Microsoft. And it's like, no, nigga, year in and year out, it's either switched out. Sony 1 year, Microsoft 1 year. It never has been just a Microsoft title. That shit's actually $15 right now. But Assassin's Creed Unity right now at Best Buy, and $10 if you're a fucking unlocked member. Shit.
Look at that shit. That just shows. I mean, it's never been. They never favored one or the other, but there are times like Sony had like the best pre-order bonuses, or they had like the best free things. Because I think Revelations, for the PS3, that actually comes with Assassin's Creed 1. So it's like 2 games in one.
Yeah,
I mean, whereas
didn't
the
these
360 never got
douchebags?
that.
Yeah, but they actually did something like that for the Xbox One. If you bought that bundle, it'll come with Black Flag, I think it is. So, like I said, they cater to both. It's not like the way these faggots try to make it. And I don't mean to say it like that because I shouldn't be fucking calling people faggots, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it shouldn't just be because it's only for Microsoft. No, man, they've been catering to both, and that's the way every company should do it. 1 year you want to throw it on this console, next year you want to do it on this. And if anybody remembers, 2 years ago the Division was on Sony stage, and now all of a sudden it's being labeled as an Xbox exclusive when we all know it's not an exclusive. They're just gonna have DLC that's exclusive, which is fine. It's not like with Call of Duty, because I never jumped out the window and said, "Oh, I gotta have those maps day one." I don't even remember the last time I even bought maps for fucking Call of Duty. So it's like all that DLC shit is lame to me. If anything, that's why all these companies are starting to beat y'all over their head because give them an 8-hour game, and then when the DLC comes, we'll sell them the rest of it.
Oh yeah. So you're basically paying $60 plus additional
$50.
Yeah. Well, now we're from COD. Season pass is like what, $50? That's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. I mean,
I don't even know. I don't even know if they even sell you the maps anymore. You noticed that, right? Remember how they used to sell the maps singled? I don't even think they sell them like you know how they used to have like $14. You don't even see that shit anymore. It's either you buy the fucking the bullshit ass season pass, or you won't get shit. So it's like, what the fuck?
That's crazy. That is crazy. And you figure, look, games are $60 already. With the $50 season pass, that's $110 plus tax. You basically spending $120 on one fucking game.
But this is what I'm trying to say. They said that this would happen about 5 years ago when they said, matter of fact, with the PS3 era, they said these games are getting too much. It's costing too much to develop. So how they beating you over the head is, they sit here, they sell it to you as, it's just $60, but then this DLC is gonna drop. It's gonna be like $40, $50. So in all reality, they said these games that we're buying right now, they're supposed to be $120 games, but they're selling to us at $60. But now they beat you over the head and say, we're gonna give them half now, then give them the other half later. You know what I'm saying? And they sell it to you as $120. That's how it works. That's what they said. I remember. I forgot who the fuck said it. Matter of fact, it was on bonus rounds. The dude from ex Naughty Dog worker. That guy. I forgot his fucking name. But he was the one who said it. He said these games that you're getting right now, they're $120 games. And he's like, I don't even know how these developers are making money because these games cost $120 and they sell it to you at $60. And now you see how they really making their money is off the DLC.
That's crazy, man.
Because I think you got to sell 1.5 million copies of a game to make $1 billion, some shit like that, to break even. So if you don't break even, you got to make it somewhere with the DLC. I forgot how the numbers are, but it's somewhere in that range.
And that explains, like, you know, that whole thing with the Batman as far as the season pass. You know, a lot of people are complaining about it, but you are getting three additional storylines to it eventually. Getting challenge pass. The thing is, like, with these games, it's kind of hard to invest money into a season pass, especially that much, if you don't know how the game is going to be. Yeah, it might look good on the outside, but what if you play it, you don't like it so much? That means you invested all your hard-earned money for nothing.
Yeah.
You know?
And not only that, I was happy that they actually did push it back because it makes you see that they weren't going to just push out shovelware. They say, hey, look, listen, we're going to give you a full game.
Game looks phenomenal, man. Like, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty dope.
Yeah.
I've been out of the loop since part 1. I thought part 1 was awesome. I just didn't have the feeling to play part 2. Maybe that's fucked up on my half, but fuck Batman. No, I love Batman. Let me stop.
No, part 2 was pretty much
same shit.
Whatever. Same thing, just bigger, badder, and better. Period.
Yeah. That's not on the PS4, right?
No.
Huh?
But Origins was okay. It was, but it wasn't done by Rocksteady Studio. That's why this one, the new one that's coming out, this is gonna be the final Batman game coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No more Batman.
That's it.
No. First Christian, ready? First Christian Bale. Now this.
But I mean, it shows that they put a lot into it. I've been watching the trailers for the last few months already. It's just like,
yeah.
I'm pumped.
I've been tempted to buy that gray console that they have. I want to get it, but it's like I have the Destiny bundle here. Well, let's see, because, you know, just to inform the people, Best Buy hired me, so hopefully I can get a deal on that. Get a discount or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. About it, I mean, you know, unfortunately, what's wrong with these things is it's like, it's going to look cool until September comes and then the Metal Gear Solid version comes out.
But that's only for Japan. I'm fucking pissed.
Oh, then that's only fuck. That one looks sexy. That one I like.
It looks real sexy. Real sexy.
The Batman one, the only thing, I'll be honest with you, the system look cool and everything. I just like the controller. The controller looks fucking hot, man.
You know what it is? That gray color makes me, it reminds me of that 20th anniversary PlayStation?
Yeah.
Or 30th? What is it, 30 or 20?
20th, I think. Yeah, 20th. Now, 30 would have been 85, and yeah, we were babies back then.
Yeah, my bad. Oh well.
But,
that just shows you I'm a complete fucking retard.
But the face plates for the PS4, just real quick.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way you can get different face plates or anything like that, right? Like,
well, if you go to the PlayStation blog, from time to time they do have face plates, but they only sell them as a limited time. Like, it's not something they try to do like the way Microsoft did it, that they flooded the market to the point where they kind of overstocked, and it was very hard for them to sell, and it ended up being face plates for like $1 or some shit. So you can find them out there. You have third-party people selling them. You can probably check on Amazon, but at this point, it's like the only colors you're probably gonna find is like solid colors, and if you do find something that has graphics behind it, it's gonna cost you a pretty penny. But if you go to the PlayStation blog, I think they have the faceplates with the Order 1886. They have a nice faceplate with the characters and shit. But let's see. Hopefully this E3, I'm just pumped up for this fucking E3. Can't wait, man. Can't wait. You know, I know we've been rambling off. We were supposed to finish this podcast at 8:10. I apologize, my friend. You should have told me. I ain't even pay attention to the time right now. But
you know how it is, man. We just go into some other level shit, right?
Yeah. We just came from predictions to just talking shit. And just to let you people know, this is how we talk on the phone. We just ramble off just like this. Um, just to end it off, E3 will be special this year, hopefully. Hope it's not boring. I just want to be shocked and wild by all three companies. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I want to see who's gonna shock us, who's gonna take, online gaming to another level, who's gonna change the face of gaming. I just want to know what's gonna happen. Stay tuned for next week. We will have predictions for Microsoft. Uh, the good, the bad, the ugly. Follow us on Instagram, Warzone Gamer. Same thing with Twitch. Subscribe. YouTube, Warzone Gamer TV, and Periscope, Warzone Gamer. I'll have something for Drama Center hopefully later on today. We get him signed up with Periscope. He definitely does have a Twitter. I don't know if you want to give him your Twitter.
Yeah. Just oh damn, I didn't even know my handle. I had that ready for you guys next week. What I'm gonna change it up a bit.
Yeah.
More, they can find me more easy or whatnot.
Yeah, but
then definitely like on the PSN, Drama Center 929.
There you go. And that's another thing, because last week's episode we did tell you to add us on PSN, but you guys been sending me friends requests, but you're not telling me who you are and where you got me from. So I'm not adding none of you guys until you tell me where the fuck are you from. Like, who are you and why are you adding me? Tell me it's okay. I heard your podcast. Then I'll know, and I'll add you. We could do Let's Plays together, whatever. But
Exactly.
you gotta let me know. So yeah, he'll have that ready for you next week. Hit me up. I'm always on social media. I have my phones next to me at all times. That's been episode 2 of the Warzone Gamer podcast. And what? This nigga has sound effects. What the fuck? This nigga's crazy.
Until we get real good sound effects, that's gonna be it, man.
Oh yeah, we're not like Godfrey on Gamer Tag Radio with all those sound effects he got. But you notice, right? His shit. That shit is crazy. But next week, hopefully Thursday or whatever. That's why I say, when you guys have me on these social media websites, you know when we're gonna have a podcast up and when we're gonna have it ready. That's why I say follow us. But hopefully, like I said, we get a set schedule, and I told my partner in crime and figure out how we're gonna do this. And like I said, follow us on social media. We need you. We need your feedback, and the more we hear from you guys, the better we get. Let me end this shit. I'm talking too much. Warzone Gamer Podcast, episode 2, predictions to E3, Sony, and we'll see you guys next week. Deuces.